Hey, what's up and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'll be reacting to Zied leaving America, and once again it's nighttime for me, so this is night Zayn. And last video I was being extremely extra and people loved it, so it's a mood.
Well, it's scary, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's another great thing about living out in the wild and no one around you. You can set off fireworks, do whatever the hell you want at any time. Yeah, told
Or you could just dig a hole and get rid of all your problems. And by problems I mean Natalie. If you dig a hole, maybe let her sleep for a little bit, let her rest, and guess what? Nobody would find out because nobody cares.
Like yesterday, we went to a pond. He has fish there. And you know that fish can die from the sound. You know, when you throw rockets or anything, everybody knows it. Like, you don't scare fish. And he started to shout rockets like, oh, baby, it's fun. It's not fun.
Honestly, I don't like screaming, and you know it from the channel, and I'm not too hype. But if she was a fish, I'd be screaming all day, every day. But I do feel like Natalie is a blessing to America. Just imagine, instead of sending people to jail, send them to live with Natalie for a day. They will rethink their life decisions. Mike, very Arab of me, oops. Mike, throughout the season, he kept like rethinking his life decision, and you could see it in his eyes. Poor bless him. Anyway, Natalie, roast session is over. Let's get to Zied and let's see his departure to Tunisia, to America. I mean, to meet his Moula visa. Anyway, let's watch him leave.
ما قبل ما الفولم تاعي بساعتين.
Tonight I go in the airport and travel for America and meet Rebecca. My family come with me in the airport for tell me goodbye.
أنا ماما سي بون. سي بون.
No person in my family come in America before. So it's difficult for my family say goodbye for me.
It's funny because I don't know if I'm digging too deep into this, but he didn't say it's difficult for me to leave my family. He just said it's difficult for my family to say goodbye to me. Maybe it's his limited English, which is very unlikely because he could have said it the other way. Or maybe he just thinks that maybe it's an egotistical thing of him. But anyway, he looked a lot better since the first season. He looked a lot better. He took care of that hair situation, and growing hair is like Nicole and Hassan's relationship. I think Nicole is too invested in that relationship that she cannot go back to being single. That's the same for growing long hair, because I had an afro and I had the hardest time getting rid of the afro. So I feel like when you get rid of it, you feel a little bit liberated because you invested so much time growing the hair out, and once it's growing, you know that, oh, if I take a decision to cut it, it's not gonna grow back again for a while. And that's a very tough decision. So I'm glad he took the decision to get rid of that hair, maybe groom himself a little bit, just like Rebecca groomed him and he became her personal banana. Anyway, let's keep watching.
I feel so bad already. I am so sad because I leave my family and my friends.
مغادرة خويا لأمريكا في حد ذاتها أصعب حاجة. قلت له راني أنا ما نحبش، وقلت له راني أنا مانيش موافقة، ومن أول نهار سمعت بالغولاسيون أنا جيتي كونتر، خاطر هو أونجاجي أكثر منها بالنسبة حسب ما نشوف أنا، هو أونجاجي أكثر منها.
فرانكفورت ما ثلاثة غير أربعة. أنا جست ماما مكتوب. هاي.
Oh, his sister is so pretty though. Like her eyes and hair, she looks kind of Tunisian. He doesn't look Tunisian. His eyes are a little bit off color and he doesn't look anything like his sister. I wonder why. Genetics. Once again, genetics. His genetics, I think they didn't cross a broken mirror or something. Like his genetics are good. So is his sister. So anyway, the other thing that I noticed is the sister said that he seemed more invested in the relationship than Rebecca is, and I would like to disagree. I think Rebecca is the one that is the most invested in the relationship. I mean, she spent so much money on a K1 visa and now she's bending backwards to satisfy his needs in America. So I think I don't think they recognize Rebecca's sacrifices, and that would be difficult because in a case of a breakup or an argument or whatever the case might be, they would just be so easy to just tell him to break up with her or divorce her because they would think that he's doing the most, and they would immediately discredit everything that she's done for him, which is really, really bad. So that's something to watch out for, I guess, which is you have to be careful that the family is on your side as well, because if they are not, it's going to be a lot of an easier decision for him to just dip and leave.
Hi.
My best friend come in the airport with me today for tell me goodbye.
C'est bon, normalement. هنمشيو.
دابري ما نحكي مع زياد ودابري ما نعرف شويه على الريلاسيون مع ريبيكا باش يلقاو شويه ديفيكولتي ما نجمش انا ننصحه باش نقول له حب مراه ولا ما تحبهاش.
لا فيزا كيوان باش نعرس.
تمري بعد يحطوه.
وش بعده؟ لا لا يومي سبت خلاص. ليش يوم؟ لا يجي بابا. مسؤول جاي. لا يومي بعدين. هاي. ما بيبغى كاميرا. هاي.
His family is just so cute. The father gave him a little kiss. My dad have never kissed me, I don't think. My dad, I think I'm suing him. He never kissed me. Now I feel daddy issues. I need a hug. I really do need a hug. Anyway, his family is so nice, and the mother and like he has a very, very nice support system in the country. So I really do think that I don't know what to think anymore, but I hope he appreciates what Rebecca is doing for him and doesn't keep like rubbing, oh, I left my family and friends and blah, 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 in her face. Like Rebecca did so much for him. But this is so weird because on the surface it sounds like, oh, it's a love story, they love each other, they're gonna get married. But then again, if he loved her so much and he loved his family so much, wouldn't it be a lot easier for Rebecca to come to Tunisia and live with him, and he could then take on the responsibilities that a Tunisian man would have to take, which is getting a job and working and providing for the family. So I feel like Rebecca should have done that just to test the water, instead of saying, oh, I'll bring you to America from the first day. She could have said, oh, you love me so much, don't you? You love me, you little Zied. Well, I'm coming to Tunisia and I'm moving in with you. Then the narrative would change. Do you think he would still be in love with her and stay with her? Or do you think he would just leave and find an excuse? Let me know what you think in the comments section, because I pretty much know the answer.
I love my family so much. Them everything in my life. Bye bye. I trust Rebecca for take care of me in America, and I hope this right trust. I leave my family, but I am so nervous.
I love Rebecca. I cannot accept this. His family is just so nice. I mean, I wish I had that kind of supportive system, and my family is nice, but I don't have any friends. So if you wanna become friends, then hit like, subscribe, check out the link in my comment section or in my description, and please hit that bell icon so you can get notifications regularly. Anyway, that was a shameless plug, but I don't even care. His family is just so nice, and he said something very important. He said, Rebecca take care of me. And that mindset is quite troublesome, because and a lot of people would disagree with me, but I come from a very, very similar culture, if not the same, when the man has to take on the responsibilities and have to be independent and have to be the head of the house. So this Rebecca has to take care of me. That sounds a little bit off to me. It sounds a little bit entitled to me, and sounds a little bit I hope he works, and I hope he gets a job, and I hope he at least provides for himself and be independent. But I do wish him the best on this move. I do like Rebecca and I do like Ziad, and I hope they worked out. I mean, they are married right now, I guess. But anyway, let's keep watching.
Oh my God, look at that. So beautiful.
Please throw her in there. Please, 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 please. Natalie, if I was a dog and you were a flower, I'd lift my leg up and give you a shower. I saw that on Facebook in 2013, still stuck in my head until 2021 because it's just that funny. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Today or tonight, I decided instead of doing an outro thanking people and telling them to subscribe and all that, I just want to tell you a story. So a couple of days ago, I go to the store or to the market, to the souk, to the street market, and I get some mint. And I get vegetables and I go back home and I clean the mint, clean the vegetables. And while cleaning the mint, I find a slug. And I'm like, this is a slug. It's a human being. Or it's an animal. It's a human being. God. It's an animal. Do I throw it in the trash? Do I flush it in the toilet? And then I was like, no, Zain is being nice today. So I grab a spoon. I grab the slug and I'm like, I'm throwing it in the garden downstairs. So I go downstairs whistling, being very happy, thinking about how much of a hero I am, thinking of how amazing the thing I'm doing is. And then I open the door to my building, and I put the spoon down, and then something clicks in my head when I see the cats coming, the cats that I used to feed. So I put the slug down. It gets eaten immediately by the cats that I used to feed in the street. So that story was a little bit short because I was thinking that the slug would have a long, happy life in the garden, but it ended up being a cat's lunch. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Peace.